So we've got the domain all picked out. The next step is really just going and getting a decent hosting package, finding something. I'm going to take us over real quick to HostGator. It's one of the services I use. I use several actually, but for this exercise, I'm just going to use HostGator. All right, so here you see they've got several different plans you can choose from if you're just looking for one single account. They've got prices starting as low as under $4 a month, unlimited for 5 or 6. I think to buy these by the year though. Otherwise, I think they're probably around $7 or $8 a month. That'll give you unlimited, and I think that's the plan I currently have. This one here actually looks pretty good since they've got a free upgrade. Looks even better. It gets the security, which is kind of a big deal. It's one of the things that the search engines do look for. They want to make sure that the site is secure. If they know if someone spent time and money to put that security on the site, obviously that makes your site a little bit better, and every little bit helps when you're talking about doing SEO. In some of the later training, we'll be talking about that and some of the important steps you can take up front in building your domain name. So anyway, let's take a look at that, and really what you're looking for, whether it's HostGator or any of the other services, you really want to try to find something that offers, let me zoom in here, many of these. This is what's called a cPanel. You may have heard of it or you may be familiar with it already, but if you have any kind of website, it's a good idea to have something that has a cPanel because it gives you access to getting into the back end of your website if you need to. Now, many of them will already have what's really known as like a one-click or two-click WordPress setup, which makes it real easy. We're going to go through that also. But there's other features in here. There's different email accounts you can set up. There's usually different advertising packages you can pick up. I think they give you, here you see Google AdWords credits, Bing ad credits. So just by joining here, you actually get a couple of other things. And I think you'll find there's other advantages to having a hosted account. Anyway, without any further delay, let's go ahead and start by getting your domain name servers pointed over to HostGator. So the first thing I need to do is I'm going to set up a domain. So I'm going to come down here to where it has my domain manager. All right, and I'm going to add a domain. So I'm going to go ahead and add the new website I have. It's called Company Website Advertising.com. Now, as you can see, check marks here, so it's going to work. All I have to do is click through here, set up my password, and that can be anything you'd like. All right, add the domain, and we're all set. Domain has been added. Now the next step, now that we've added the domain here at HostGator, is I have to go over into my GoDaddy account and let them know that I've hosted the website here. This is where I'm going to be uploading my files and creating my WordPress site. So you want to scroll down to the lower right hand corner or left hand corner here, and you're going to be looking for a couple of numbers right here. These are mine, so I'm going to go ahead and grab these here. As you can see, one is 85 and one is 86. Now I'm going to go back into my GoDaddy account. And once I'm in my GoDaddy account, what I'm going to look to do after I've logged in is I want to go over to my products. Then I'm going to go to my managed domains. And I'm going to scroll down to the new website. And what I'm looking for is manage name servers. So I'm going to click here, and I want to custom these. Right now they're pointing back towards GoDaddy, and we want to send them over to HostGator, so I'm going to add new ones. Paste the first one, paste the second. Now remember, I got to change the second one to 86. Hit OK. Save. And that's all we need to do. Now, it might take a few minutes for this to actually go into effect. So I usually would say if it doesn't happen the first 15 minutes or so, it can happen anywhere within usually 15 minutes to up to 24 hours in some cases. But HostGator is pretty good, and GoDaddy as well. They usually get these done within just a few minutes. So now our next step is to go and set up the WordPress website.